This is a work session of the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Seaside Park, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, held on Thursday, July 2nd, 2026, advertised for 7 p.m. Pursuant to the provisions of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was properly provided by transmitting the notice of the meeting for publication to the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 2nd, 2026. Notice of the meeting of the governing body also has been posted in the corridor of the municipal building and the office of the municipal clerk. Roll call.
Councilmember Condos?
Here.
Councilmember Connor?
Here.
Councilmember Kraft?
Here.
Councilmember Rotundo?
He will be late or may not be attending. He's tied up at work. He just texted.
Thank you. Councilmember Toth?
Here.
Council President Wilk?
Here.
Mayor Peterson?
Here.
Thank you.
The first item is discussion of the use of facilities application. It's on for potential action for the regular meeting this evening. It's by Trust the Man LLC for closure of parking lot 2, a portion of North Ocean Avenue. And as noted, that's on the agenda. And the reason that was placed on the work session is it was somewhat unusual, and this would allow everyone to weigh in. Technically, there's another regular meeting prior to the scheduled event, which is a subject matter of the use of facilities. But I wanted everyone to be aware of the application. We have the representative here this evening as well. We've allowed these kinds of manners previously. We've had movies previously on beach area, and we've also had a car show authorized using that lot area. This would be, if you can read the terms and conditions of the proposal, the check has been paid already for the use of the parking lot number 2. It's $1,775. That's copied as well. The event is scheduled. It had originally been scheduled on a Tuesday. It's now on a Wednesday, and it's from 12 noon till closure of the lot, which is on about 2 a.m. The issue entails the parking spots on Ocean Avenue, which are part of the application. The parking spots in the lot per se, and Steve's weighed in on this too, or we can call on him to give an opinion, but we do have an ordinance. It's covered by the ordinance. It has a flat fee. It doesn't say per spot. We also have had the administrators and clerk been kind enough to run numbers for what the spots would have generated if they were open for regular meter customers, traffic that on the public that particular time event. And I know Karen sent out an email. We've got some of those numbers as well, what that would entail. And you could argue that should be a reasonable fee above and beyond the $1,775 has already been paid. But I don't know, Karen, you can weigh in.
What's that? What's the number that you
So they've already paid $1,775. $1,500 is for the parking lot. $200 is for the film permit. $50 for closing off one block of Ocean Ave, and $25 for the application fee. So the question remains is those 13 parking spots on North Ocean Avenue. And what seems reasonable to me, because when we look at parking revenue, there's like a flow of traffic. So in other words, like you can pull into a spot that already has time on it, but you don't know with these kiosks, so you put more money in. So we really don't know what the true revenue per spot is. So my thinking was, it's just there's 13 spaces, we charge $2 an hour on a weekday. They want it for 16 hours, so 13 times 2 times 16 is another $416.
In the scheme of things for them, that's like probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Karen, it also said they wanted to rent the community room in Borough Hall too.
Which we don't have a fee for, and that's, it's after hours. The only time we've ever had anybody in Borough Hall after hours is at the Garden Club. And so I don't know, and Sarah, I don't know, have you been in touch with Park Pavilion?
I've not yet been in touch with Park Pavilion. We're working on it.
Maybe we'll have you identify yourself for the record, say your affiliation with the applicant.
Hi, I'm Sarah Brady-Stack. I'm the location manager of the independent firm Trust the Man.
Sorry, can you just spell your last name for the record?
Stack, S-T-A-C-K.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We are very, very excited to be filming at Charleroi Motel on Wednesday, July 29th. We are doing we call it a split. We would start at roughly noon, and then film half of our day would be day and half of our day would be night. This movie is a period movie. It takes place in 1968. It's a spy thriller. It's supposed to be during the Vietnam War, but we're supposed to be in the U.S. There's a soldier that they think is leaking information, and Army intelligence is investigating. And this piece is specifically in Hawaii, and the Jersey Shore is obviously gorgeous, but we're going to play it for this particular movie as Hawaii. The whole idea is that there is a soldier who is based in Hawaii. Army intelligence is investigating, and they're watching them go in and out of the hotel and meet with people in the hotel. So for this reason, that is why we're requesting partially the parking. It's also for our trucks and crew and whatnot, so that we have a place to put them. But it's also, we don't want any modern cars in the shot, because it will obviously ruin the illusion that it's 1968. We are also requesting the road closure for the same reason, as we can't have regular cars driving through. During that time, we wouldn't necessarily need to close the road the whole time. It would just be when we're actively filming, which is like 10 minutes at a time, and people would still be able to circle around the block or, detour. And anyone who needs to absolutely get through, we can work that out with them. If there's an emergency or something, obviously we don't want to, we're just playing make-believe. We don't want to endanger anyone. We greatly, in particular, appreciate you guys entertaining this request, and we don't want the town to lose money because we're here, and I know the summer is a tough time when most you're getting a lot of use out of all of your facilities, and a lot of people, that's when they make most or all of their money for the year. So we do not want our coming to be a detriment. We want it to be something that people are excited for, both the town and the residents and people who are coming to visit. Like, we're trying to help the Charleroi Motel sell it as like, this is like a fun thing. Like, obviously people will still be inconvenienced, and we would like some of that parking also to move some of the guests' cars to, since we're going to film part of the outside of the motel. But we want, because we're a smaller independent film, we are also a little bit more interested in having the community be involved as much as possible. And I don't mean like working on it, but if people want to come stop by and see things, we're more than happy to, give tours and talk to people and explain what's going on and everything of that nature.
I know one consideration is always when there's road issues involved, that involves the police protection and traffic control. That's covered, is it not, by the
That'd be through Jobs for Blue.
Jobs for Blue programs?
And we're talking to Tom King already at the police department to set that up as well.
That would be a fee that the applicant would pay plus the insurance. But the issue Karen spoke of earlier that we have is how best to assess the impact financially for those spaces on Ocean Ave.
And parking lot too.
Well, the parking lot under our ordinance is, as Karen said, is established. It's 135-7, and if you go down to D, and D 4B specifically says parking lots within hours of operation, $1,500 per lot. So we have an ordinance that establishes that fee. So I think we would need to abide by the ordinance. The question is, it provides for a road closure for a fee, but it doesn't provide for the pay parking spaces on that road. So I know that Karen's done some research in terms of how many parking spots are there for how many hours at $2 an hour? At $2 an hour, and what does that come up to? And assume that they'll be fully utilized on a Wednesday, which I believe is our fireworks day.
Yeah.
That'll be fully utilized, and that would probably be a fair fee, Karen. So what did that come out to?
That was $416.
416 or?
416.
So that would be the suggestion. That would be the town wouldn't make, get more revenue than that. So that would be a reasonable request by the mayor and council to add that as an additional fee based upon the request to close the road and lose those parking spaces for that amount of time.
How many spaces are in lot 2?
How many spaces?
Yeah.
206.
May want to consider redoing that ordinance with regard to a flat fee for 1,500, but
100%.
that is our ordinance.
Yeah,
and
I think that, independent of
That's
this issue,
independent.
we should
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
committee look at that.
Take a look at
again
that.
and dig into it with what's applicable with other towns, for example, what's the fair revenue stream.
That is kite, it's a Wednesday now, because it was Tuesday, it's a Wednesday, that's kite night there. So, that's a little bit of a conflict, but that's further down, but that's, if the road's closed.
It's just the one block, right? It's,
Maybe they've been closing the street.
Well, Kite Night goes,
You
yeah,
can
O
still-
Street.
O Street. That's just a little south of that point.
It's right there.
They can still gain access, they can still park in lot 3.
Yeah, and the kite night guy parks in lot
Yeah.
3.
He's in lot 3, yeah. So, we're okay there, yeah. Because it wouldn't be closing the restrooms, everything would be fine for the restrooms, yeah.
they had kites in the 50s in case one just. We'll make sure they're all type of kites, old world kites.
Appreciate that.
And I think the other issue was the use of the community room.
Yeah, I think the mayor and council can talk about it, but I think that, although we do have insurance through the joint insurance fund, allowing in and out of the community room, all those hours, I have the mayor and council consider that could really be an issue for the borough. And there's probably other places they could rent or contact the Sawmill. They have a restaurant and they have other space in there. And the mayor and council may want to consider that that could be an issue.
For the Charleroy Hotel where you do the film.
Provide a room at the Charleroy for them
It's
too.
too far from
yeah.
the set. And it needs to accommodate like 100 people.
So the
Oh, you wouldn't
Park
fit
Pavilion would be,
people
Any
anyway.
late flowing or.
yeah, the
was that-
Park Pavilion would be the perfect spot. If he could, upstairs, if he doesn't have an event going or whatever, I'm sure he can cordon off an area for that
Yeah.
And I know you're gonna
upstairs.
reach out to them for,
Yeah.
catering.
Yes, we are.
So, they make good pizza, so.
That's what I heard before we even, that's the first thing I heard when we said
Yeah.
Seaside Park.
The membership.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Our community center.
Community, I don't think
wanna-
It's too far from the
Yeah, it's
set.
too far away and it's too small for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
All right, great. Thanks,
Any
Sarah.
other thoughts on council?
All would be too small too.
Yeah, no, they have 100 people.
So this is on for action for this evening's meeting. It would until, one separate issue, obviously, research is necessary on the ordinance for further applications. But with regard to this application, there's a recommendation concerning an additional $416 that would be conditioned on the payment.
And no use of the community room.
And, yeah, no,
No.
the
Yeah.
use after hours of the
Any
borough
hours.
hall.
I mean, that'd be good, that's good, that's,
Okay.
yeah. I think that would work good.
Okay.
You're saying after hours, you're saying
No,
not.
anytime, at any
I
time.
don't think,
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
time is a
anytime.
good idea,
Yeah.
even while you're working, I don't
Yeah.
I
think
think
so.
borough
Like I
hall's
said, the
too
only-
small to accommodate well.
Who come in after hours and garden.
I just
They're
don't
not
think
100.
No, I don't think this would be hard at one time when they're second through, but yeah, nevertheless,
There's too much stuff in
it's
there.
called community room for a reason, it's in the community.
Okay. The second issue is, for discussion, is awarding a contract to Cooper Electric Supply, NJIB, that's the iBank Clean Water Application Stormwater Maintenance Equipment. Item number 3, portable diesel generator. That too is on the regular meeting agenda. It's ordinance, or it's resolution rather, 226-277. And anyone take it for summary of the background?
For that 100% reimbursement grant that we received, or the generator is going to be used for in the case of power failure for the pump stations that we'll be putting in along Bayfront. They power 3-phase plus a single-phase electric.
We have to bid twice with it was unresponsive both times, so the iBank allowed us to purchase it through the co-op.
Yeah, there's an exception through the public bid law when there's no bids or rejected twice, you can negotiate a price, which worked out better for the borough, actually.
Yeah,
So, good work there. Thanks, Karen. That was great.
Thank you.
worked out good.
Excellent.
Anything else on that one? The third is discussion of engineering services contract with T&M Associates for an evaluation inventory of the roadways within the former area called South Seaside Park, which is naturally a part of Seaside Park. That's listed for consideration, Resolution 226-273 at the regular meeting. And this is part of the ongoing issues being raised, and unfortunately, due to the failure of Berkeley Township to provide any documentation, any information with which to even render some kind of a response, we are making sure we have the appropriate data and we have the appropriate information.
Yeah, definitely needed to be done.
A question, I guess, or maybe it's a comment. So when we have to expend all this additional money because they didn't do what should have been done in good faith, do these amounts that we expend now get added to those legal discussions that are to come?
It seems like a very legitimate and reasonable request that that be added to what would be due and owing to the Borough of Seaside Park.
Right, come off the, whatever,
Yeah.
in theory, debt. will- And I hope that's the
It's
case.
just like the money we put into the comfort,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hot water heater,
Right.
the toilets, the.
Right. I know.
Every, yeah,
and labor, yeah.
and the labor,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, it starts to add up, all the things that you would have had to do. I mean, this is, you know, the scheme of things, you say the toilet, okay, toilet, 405. Now you get 9,500, and it just keeps adding. Okay.
That concludes the listed work session discussion items. Any other council members have work session items?
No.
Hearing none, we'll go into the audience. If anyone has any comments on work session items, if you could give your name and address into the record, we could. Seeing none, I would close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from the governing body to adjourn the work session, take a brief moment, and then begin the regular meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Councilmember Toth, second by Councilmember Connor. Roll call.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.